what happened then?
So, then we opened the pizza box, right?
What happened then?
And there, on the pizza, was an exact image of my Uncle Reggie's face.
What? With the big glasses and everything?
Everything.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why that happened.
Don't know, I think he just tripped bringing it in.
Didn't know why his temperature was so high. And it turned out he was allergic to thermometers. Love to Doreen. Not that he ever sees her. He's always here, Alan. Always working.
Is that the bloke who brought us in? I didn't like him. I thought he was creepy.
Not creepy, just needs a decent orthodontist course, so.
Lovely man, Alan. Qualified shiatsu masseur. Takes appointments when he's waiting experiments out. Very relaxing.
Yeah, well, he's a very strange man. I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark corridor.
I just met a very strange man in that dark corridor.
You're a bit late, Brian.
Oh, it took me ages to get here. Why do they make top-secret subterranean government facilities so inaccessible?
What do you think?
Yeah, but putting it at the end of a one-way street? That's going a bit far, isn't it? I've been driving around for half an hour. I had to reverse in the end.
Can't be easy on a moped.
I have my methods.
Did you get off and push?
Yes.
See, I don't know why you don't just come in the shuttle bus from the lab like everybody else.
I have to have my bike with me, Alex. I have to have my independence.
All right, yeah. Did your gran give you your independence as well as a flask before you leave the house?
Oh, ha-ha.
So, that's 7 day shifts in the lab and 7 night shifts here. What's that come to?
About a week.
A week? That's more work than I do in a month.
Oh, it'll be fun. It'll be fine. I'm excited. Most I've ever stayed up for before is 3 days when I was doing that very tricky DNA puzzle.
3 days? It's only a jigsaw.
It's DNA. It's got 220 million parts.
Yeah, tell me about it. I had to carry on the bus to your party.
I find the important thing on a 7-nighter is to give yourself a familiar, comfortable environment. Make yourself at home.
What do you know about it?
I'm an old hand. I wrote the book on how to stay up for a week.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
The book on how to stay up for a week by Professor John Mycroft.
It's all in there. Chapter 1, make yourself at home.
Did you just get a standard lamp out of that bag?
Remarkable lamp. An old nanny of mine left it behind. Look at that. Practically perfect.
Yeah. Anyway, look, it's going to be fine. A triumph, in fact.
The dean said it'd turn into a circus.
Oh, she says everything will turn into a circus this week since she went to see Billy Smarts. Remember that week when she said everything would turn into a Chessington world of adventure? It's just like that.
Sorry, are there only 3 chairs?
No, sorry, Brian, that's my chair.
Oh, right, you must have rubbed your name off when you were kissing it.
Now you've been charged.
You are, you mean?
Now, Brian.
No halfbacks.
Listen, it's first come, first served. That's an established, adult, grown-up person principle.
Yeah, but who decides that it's first come, first served, though?
I do.
And how would it be that you get to decide that?
Well, it will be that because I was here first, and it's first come, first served.
Textbook. Every time without fail. This is how it all starts. It's all in chapter 2, how it all starts. I've lost so many colleagues on all-nighters. A little friendly banter over a chair here. A joke about who slashed the contamination suit there. And before you know it, you're on a witness protection program in Kent with a wonky-nosed wife who looks nothing like the one in the brochure. Never pick the woman under the staple.
Good evenings.
Dean, you look horsey.
I am coming back from badminton.
Someone's had the end off her racket.
Did you come first?
Oh, no, I didn't get to play. Someone had the end off my racket.
Sorry, I thought you meant the horse trials.
Why would you think that?
Because of all the horse things that you're wearing.
Oh, no. I always come here on horses. Because you can get them down a one-way street. Now, I have made you all some coffee to keep you awake during your experiments.
Yes, so I can see. Are you going to take your jodhpurs off and wring it out, or are we going to have to suck it out ourselves?
No, let her take them off. Oh, no, suck it out. Oh, no, take them off. Oh, suck it out. Oh, I honestly can't decide.
Brian! This is why you don't get invited to parties.
Now, this coffee was in a cup until I met that strange man in that very dark corridor. No, this is the coffee I've made you.
My, what a big vat of coffee.
All the better to keep you awake all night with. A great big oil drum of lovely Dutch coffee with a modicum of petrol in the aftertaste. Biscuits.
Ooh, what sort?
Broken. Now, you listen to me. £40,000 it cost to hire this research facility for experiments. 42 for weddings.
I'll marry you.
So, I don't want this turning into a circus. No, if I'd wanted it to turn into a circus, I would have put an advertisement in a dry cleaner's windows. Which reminds me, I've got a jodhpur to take to the dry cleaners.
I love the circus. Not many places you get to see feathers on horses these days.
Yeah, it's a shame they took us off the Pegasus project, really, isn't it? What on earth possessed you to pluck that horse?
Still got that pillar.
Right, well, we've got about 3 minutes. Got about 3 minutes here. Everybody know what they're doing? The prof's on the monitor. Who's doing static alleviation?
I'm operating the Spartacus machine.
Actually, you know what, Sneezy? Why don't you operate some more ground-based controls? Those ones are a little bit high up for you.
Alex, listen to me now. If God had meant small people to stay on the ground, he wouldn't have given us tippy toes. I am operating the Spartacus machine.
What? No, I'm operating the Spartacus machine.
I'm operating the Spartacus machine.
I'm operating the Spartacus
I am
machine.
operating the Spartacus machine.
Look! We'll flip a coin. Okay?
All right, I'll call.
Right.
Tails.
Bloody secret government facilities. Isaac Newton's going to be spinning in his grave. He's not going to be happy about that because that completely contravenes his first law of motion.
It's tails. I win.
No, tails are facing this way, so heads are pointing upwards, so I win.
No. It's what you can see that counts.
No, it's how it's landed, and it's landed heads up.
Physically.
How else do you want it to land metaphysically?
This is why it's impossible to stop arguments on the space shuttle. This and the floating we. Cara, you can do the Spartacus machine. Brian, you're on static alleviation.
Oh, you always pick her.
You got to call the coin toss. You can't have everything.
You're going to get what's coming to you.
Yeah.
You see, that's the problem with karma these days. The punishments are so lenient. It's political correctness gone mad.
Anyway, look, we've got about a minute here. Everybody know what they're doing? Cara?
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, Alex.
Yeah.
How does this Spartacus machine work?
Oh. You wanted to operate it. Right, look, it's easy.
Okay.
You put this left peg in, this right peg out, in, out, in, out. You take the next two out, you watch the choke key closely as you turn it round, and that way it all works out.
Oh, I'm never going to remember that. I'll just have to pick it up as I go along.
Yes, is that a good idea?
It's what I did with the banjo.
All right, we don't have time. Okay, everybody set? Yep. Brian, you happy with the static? I'll take that as a yes. Cara?
Yeah, I just want to pace out my run-up.
Okay.
Done.
Good. Prof?
Well, we both better finish shaving later, I suppose.
All right. Everybody happy? Good. Right, team. Have a good night. Go.
No, so what happened then?
So, she was a nervous wreck, right? She could hardly stand to be in her own home.
She wasn't. What happened then?
Cara, please. You're going to have to stop saying that after every fact. I'm far too tired for this.
I'm sorry, go on.
So, She was terrified that he would come in while she was out at the shops, right? So she plucked a hair from her head and put it across the door. And when she came home, she knew straight away they'd been in.
The hair had gone.
No, he'd done a plop on the couch. She got 4 years.
Well, doing things one at a time is an excellent philosophy, Doreen, but I don't think it counts when it comes to breast implants. And I'll see you for a massage on Friday at 7, Alan. She's having to bring him fresh underwear and dental floss in now.
Blimey, that must be some heavy-gauge dental floss.
She gets it on special at B&Q.
2 of them with them teeth. It's unbelievable. How did they meet?
I believe they met at a dental tribunal.
Can you imagine them kissing? Sound like a Jenga set falling from a car park.
Oh, I forgot to bring my Jenga set in.
Alan and his wife.
His wife? How did they meet?
She was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
No, she wasn't. Where have you got that from?
The professor just told me now.
That's not what he said. You're going to have to stop listening to your iPod when you're talking to people. Bit late, Brian?
Oh, why a top-secret subterranean government lab so far underground?
Why do you think?
Yeah, but I've had to walk down 15 flights of stairs carrying this chair, and there's nowhere to rest. Damn!
Why don't you just come down in the lift like everyone else?
On a matter of principle, you shouldn't have to pedal a lift. How much electricity do these people need to save? Bloody dolphin huggers.
At least it would have given you time to have that packed lunch your grand's given you.
Oh, ha ha.
Packed lunch, Brian. Want to go swapsies?
No.
Are you sure?
My jam sandwiches are my jam sandwiches.
Huh? Suit yourself. Oh, God!
Cara!
See that? I can wake anyone up just by staring at them in the face. It's like a secret superpower. Everyone wakes up in the end. Even if it's just when I flush the toilets on a wee break, it still counts.
I'm just resting my eyes.
Alex, we've only done 3 days. You've got 4 days left.
I'll be fine, all right? I'm fine. I've got the dean to make the coffee very strong. I'll be grand.
Cara, you've been at these biscuits.
I might have had a couple.
Half of the biscuits have gone.
Or are half of them still there?
That's the same thing.
Yeah, well, a Freudian psychiatrist might have something to say about that.
I'm sure he would, if you'd nicked half his biscuits.
Cara, as much as I'm not used to saying this, Brian's right. Please don't eat all the biscuits. They're everybody's biscuits.
Actually, technically, Alex, they are my biscuits.
Well, I distinctly remember the dean's secretary bringing them in.
Yeah, but she put them on my part of the desk. And possession is 9/10 of the law.
Your part? You have a part of the desk now, do you? What are you, 4?
Don't accuse me of childishness. You're the one who bagsy the chair.
Listen now.
Textbook. Every time, without fail. This is how it goes on day 4 for the unprepared. Honestly, look it up. Chapter 4. How it goes on day 4 for the unprepared.
I love this bit. You never know what she's going to bring in.
Coffee. She always brings coffee in a steel drum.
So far. One day she might bring porridge in a Durex. Did you ever think of that?
I confess, no.
Good evening.
Dean! Coffee on your jodhpurs again? You're not still being startled by Alan, are you?
No, of course not. I am always spilling because I have a thing about the man who does the dry cleaning.
What?
He looks a bit like Patrick Stewart, only without the squint.
But Patrick Stewart doesn't have a squint.
Oh, yes, he does in real life. He just puts on not having one for the films.
Still doesn't have any hair, though, does he?
No, he's not even bald. That is all technique. Anyway, are you making sure that you are drinking all the wakey coffee that I keep making you? Because I will be very cross if I find that you have not.
Of course we have.
You will have to get up pretty early in the morning to pretend you have been awake all night.
But we have. We couldn't be any more tireder. Any more tireder? More tired? Tireder or more tired?
Just tired.
Just keep drinking the coffee. You must stay awake to complete this very important and expensive experiment without turning it into a circus. And plus, I am collecting the coffee coupons. 3 more barrels, and I will have a complete toolkit.
I bought myself a complete toolkit.
Well, that seems to have worked.
So, I have to go. I have left the horse on a double yellow line.
They're not going to give a horse a ticket?
Yes, but he doesn't know that. He's a horse.
I really don't know why she thinks we need keeping an eye on. There.
You still all staticky?
Yeah. It's getting worse. I got a shock off Alan's wife.
I think we all got that shot.
What are you doing?
Changing. Take it from the voice of experience, Alex. On day 4 of a 7-nighter, you've got to make yourself as comfortable as you can. Have a look. Chapter 3, make yourself as comfortable as you can.
Yes, well, you're not making me very comfortable.
Come on, lad. It's nothing you haven't seen before.
Yeah, not on a person. Go and change behind your screen. Right. We've got about 3 minutes here. Cara, I can't believe you're going to be jumping all over that machine again all night. No wonder you've seized up. Why don't you do static alleviation? You can't make a worse job of it than Brian.
I've not seized up.
Well, you look like you've seized up to me.
I'm just a little bit stiff, Alex. I'm going to be fine.
You'll be fine, will you? I'm not going to have to spend all night unhooking your lab coat from the machine.
No, I've come prepared for increased speed and reach. Ha!
Did you mug a snowman?
I wouldn't say mug. Oh. Oh. So do you know ice skates?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bought a pair of them, but they've just absolutely wrecked my living room carpet. So I've sawed the blade off the one using the blade off the other, and I've stuck some wheels on them, and I've made what I call roller skates.
Yeah. You remember the time that you invented rice? And it turned out that had been done before.
Yeah, not by chopping up spaghetti really small, it hadn't.
My point... no, never mind.
Oh, well, that's hardly regulation clothing, is it?
Well, it depends whose regulation. I was once thrown out of the Playboy Mansion for not dressing like this.
The Playboy Mansion?
I was a pool boy there on my gap year. Believe me, that's a filter you don't want to clean.
And need I remind you, we're supposed to be wearing shoes with steel toe caps in.
Well, these have got bells on the end, if that's any use to you. My third ex-wife sewed them on to stop me creeping up on her.
Pathetic. Look at you lot. You're hardly a crack scientific research team, are you? It's like one flew over the cuckoo's nest in here. If the Dean came in now, she would see a dwarf whizzing about with stick hands. Mr. Flinchy over there, and Hugh Hefner. Why don't you listen to her? This is a very important scientific experiment. Why aren't you taking it more seriously? How can you be so laissez-faire?
I went to a laissez-faire once.
Oh!
Hebden Bridge in the late 1970s it was. Nice girls. I still write to one of them. She never writes back, rude bitch.
Brian, everybody is taking this seriously. It's just that we're all extremely tired, including you. Nobody's playing games here. We're not children. Have you set this up, Brian?
No, it's you, Alex. You wear too many man-made fibres.
No.
Yes, I've never met anyone whose clothes have such a low boiling point.
Oh, that's not fair.
That is so fair. Why did that zookeeper leave you?
Well, there were a lot of reasons, actually. We were both working odd shifts. We had that big row about what the handles are for on top of giraffes. And my tank top melted to her in the butterfly enclosure. And I tried to get it off with Terps and a rhino scratcher.
Have I set this up? How dare you? Unlike you, Alex, I am a mature, level-headed, cool-tempered professional. Right, that's it. You are going on my list.
I already am on your list.
I know.
How many times now?
You basically are my list. You and Greg Rosetsky.
What's Greg Rosetsky done?
He knows what he's done.
Right, we have about 1 minute left here. Everybody happy with what they're doing, Cara?
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, Alex,
Yeah.
can you just show me how this machine works again?
Oh, for God's sake. Every single night you ask to operate it, it's really very, very easy, okay?
Okay.
This little peg goes in that one. This little peg goes in that. This little peg is turned up, and this little peg's turned flat. And this little peg goes beep, 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 beep till it's turned up.
That doesn't sound right.
Really? Oh, well, you just have to pick it up as you go along.
Is that a good idea? You heard me play the banjo?
All right, right. Oh, we haven't got time for this. Okay, just do it. And everybody else happy? Brian? Good. Cara?
In a minute, Alex, just a slight technical hitch.
Right. Prof?
Ah, there it is.
No. Okay. All right, team. Let's have a good night. Oh, damn it!
No, hang on. I was thinking of my friend Thelma.
Thelma? I thought it was Selma.
Yeah, it was, but then she smashed her teeth out on the curb, and now she goes around calling herself Thelma.
Yeah.
Anyway, what happened then?
Do you know, I've completely forgotten Cara. I've no idea.
And what happened then?
And then we came in here.
And then what did we do?
And then we're here now with you doing this.
And then what?
I don't know. This is where you stop. If you quiz me anymore, we're going to end up in the future.
Well, we're going to end up there anyway, Alex. So you might as well tell
I
me.
don't know, Cara. That's the point of the future, isn't it? Nobody knows. Anything could happen.
Well, thanks for the deep tissue massage, Alan. Quite stringent. Doreen's a lucky man, as it turns out.
My God.
I know! The things you find out about people you've known for years.
Not them, you lunatic. What are you doing?
Oh, that reminds me, I still haven't phoned my cousin Beverly back.
Oh. Actually, have you phoned your cousin Beverly back?
Bit late, Brian.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm sorry.
I'm not talking to you.
Well, it's not going very well so far, is it?
I'm just establishing the situation. Me not talking to you isn't going to work if you don't understand that I'm not talking to you, is it?
Everything all right there, Prof?
Oh, I'm not as young as I used to be.
Oh! Oh! Ah, all right then, go on. Why aren't you talking to me?
All but one of my biscuits have been nicked.
Your security system not working then? Where have you got all this police tape?
It's all around my house. That's why I have to live with my gran.
Oh, are you a homeless, Brian?
I'm not a homeless.
You're an idiot, Brian. You shouldn't be all arsey about territory and possession and not sharing. It's just childish.
Oh, yeah, but when I say that about the Aborigines, suddenly I'm being a fascist.
There is being a fascist about the Aborigines.
Well, Ayers Rock. What are they going to do with it?
Uluru.
I'd love an Uluru.
Textbook. Every time, without fail, on night 7, everybody always goes mental. Check out Chapter 11 of my book. Night 7, everybody goes mental.
Please, have some dignity.
My dear Alex, there is nothing more dignified than the human condition.
There's nothing dignified about your human condition.
You are looking at an example of a wise head on old shoulders. These are just a bit of fun.
They're not as much fun as you think they are.
I could always pop them off if you want.
If we want what? Nightmares? Right, okay, we've got 3 minutes to... Oh, dear God, I cannot go through another night of this static!
Well, why don't you use one of those anti-static suits then?
What's anti-static suits?
The anti-static suits that are in the metal lockers you keep getting shocks off. Have you not looked in there?
Oddly, no. Why would anybody keep anti-static suits in metal lockers? It's like keeping a, thing in a second inappropriate thing. God, I'm tired. Right, come on, Cara, shift. You're not wearing the roller skates tonight, then?
Have you noticed that, have you? Oh,
Why not?
they were more trouble than they were worth, Alex. The wheel alignment was out. Kept doing the splits if I went more than 7 yards. It was like being back in the brownies again.
Brownies?
Yeah, my troop was heavily into gymnastics. It was like a cross between the brownies and China. Tiny, serious girls who could walk on their hands and knit.
It's the design flaw with these static suits, isn't it? You tend to touch things with your hands. All right, we've got 2 minutes. So if it's not hands and it's not sticks, how are you going to reach the machine tonight? What is it, space hopper? Hey, pogo stick? Anti-gravity boots? Zebedee legs?
Don't be ridiculous, Alex. I'm going to be using a combination of this harness and my innate aerial agility.
You don't have innate aerial agility.
Excuse me, I have the inner ear of a relatively healthy cat.
Oh, really?
Really? 4 baggers. Stitch that. I had to flick-flack over a first year to get that one. I've had this leotard since I was 7. Best 75 pence my mum ever spent. Take me up.
It's difficult doing feng shui in a cluttered environment. I think I might write an appendix on it for the next edition of the book.
Splendid. What a team. You're absolutely right, Alex. Totally professional. We have an unreupholstered Chippendale, the reatard in the leotard, and truly madly Chippy.
Oh, don't you call me Chippy.
Oh, just shut up, Alex.
Oh, look, Brian, the last piss.
Whoa. Don't think that anti-static suit's working. Have you got it on inside out?
Brian, have you wired your biscuits to the mains?
Oh, they're my biscuits now, are they?
I'm gonna kill you.
Ah, my back!
Back.
Good evenings. Mommy, Billy Smarts is going on here.
Oh, fuck.
Jermaine Jackson and Noel Fielding are joining in the fun and games in Nevermind the Buzzcocks, next here on BBC Two.